Before we begin, I'd like to take this time to share with you something my grandmother told me the day I got my license 2 years ago. She said to me, "Every time you get behind the wheel of a car, it's as if you're putting a gun in your hands." It was not until middle school that we all began to receive our cell phones. Quickly, this new form of communication to our generation became the most heavily used technology known to man. So how does texting while driving distract us? This can occur from 3 ways. 1. Visually, taking your eyes off the road. 2. Manually, taking your hands off the wheel. And 3. Cognitively, taking your mind off of what you're attempting to accomplish. Texting while driving can extend a driver's reaction time to as much as someone having an alcohol concentration level of 0.08%, bearing in mind the legal limit is 0.02%. Additionally, texting while driving is about 6 times more likely to cause an accident than driving intoxicated. With these statistics, why do we still question it? What are we waiting for? It should not have to take the loss of a loved one to realize the seriousness of this issue.
Just those little things throughout the day. He'd always say, "I love you. I love you, Ma." This is the unfinished text message that our son was typing when he drove off the road and died of a massive skull fracture.
When we text and drive, we reduce the amount of brain activity required for driving a motor vehicle by 37%. You're lacking the attentiveness that is crucial for driving on the road. According to a recent Centers for Disease Control and Prevention study, 58% of high school seniors and 43% of high school juniors report texting or emailing while driving during the previous month. Damage has been done to a group of girls whose fate was determined by an incomplete message. But what about the victims in the other vehicles? Who else was affected by the carelessness of one young woman? Thankfully, more than 70% of our United States has already agreed to ban the use of cellular devices behind the wheel by all drivers. However, even with these laws in place, some teenagers are still reckless enough to ignore the risk. What we as students fail to realize is the danger we are putting ourselves and others in. It could easily take one simple second of using our cell phones to endanger our life or others. We are all under the idea of being invincible. No one truly believes that such tragedies can happen to us. But next time you're tempted, just ask yourself this question: is it really worth the risk? Now I want you to imagine. Imagine choosing the 3 words to be the last words you ever say to somebody. Heartless, with no emotion or intent, this message can only be read. Think about it. Could you pick the last 3 words of your life? We as students have a future, a whole life ahead of us. Graduating college, beginning our careers, starting our families. And in an instant, it can all be taken away. Do not take it for granted. And remember, who are you dying to text?
Even care